All right, welcome to Psychic the Plans. I'm Aeson Knight, and of course, I'm sitting down with my operations manager, Techie Joe. We're doing the monthly setup for July. I cannot believe it's July already.
I know, right?
Changes in my planner. Of course, that's nothing new.
Hey, but we got a well-printed planner and a cut
planner. We did. I mean, next time I think we'll set it to black and white, but we got a well-printed planner this time. We'll be showing you that. We sent it to our baristas so they can use it if they want to. But, you know, let's pop in here and dig in as we talk about. Where are we? There we are. Hello, Miss Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
We got a lot of stuff done this month. Like, these are the post-it notes from the compound board. That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things from the compound board.
There is. Now, granted, there's still stuff up there. There's going to be more stuff added because new projects have been added. But I haven't gotten them done. And it's okay not to have your compound board done, as long as you've got a base plan. All right, so let's talk about the 3 books we've got here. They all kind of serve different roles. This one is the household planner. It is a classic skinny mini. And it's real simple. It's where I stick coupons. It's also where we make grocery store lists. And a to-do list, which is where I've got to go. Ooh, making pepperoni rolls. And then, like, just blank note pages so that we can write down things like, you know, call drugstore, meds delivered tomorrow. Which is a change because I got my medications to be mail ordered to me. So this sits on our command center of the house. It works out really fine. It's not like that's all I'm doing to it. Because I don't think you guys really appreciate the stickers and stuff in there because it looks confusing to y'all.
I don't have any problem with
that.
Right. But no, I mean, it might be potentially like, wait, is this for something else?
Right.
But,
yeah. So that's the one that everyone gets into. All right. Let's hop in and look at my main planner. We'll set this one to the side. We'll talk about this one. This is a planner, but it isn't a planner. This is what I'm calling it's a Franken planning system. It's HB 90, 6 months for life. And then the other parts that fill in the psychic business and all the projects. HB 90 is done by Sarah Cannon. I think has transformed our businesses. What do you think?
Yeah. So that's a good sum up. Yeah.
Like how we handle things, how we break projects down, how we lay things out are much easier. And it takes a lot of step work to get to. I've done most of the prep work, like figuring out, like, oh, I'm not in the office July 3rd. Just not going to be here. I'm, escaping out. But you go through and you like lay out like your goals and what you should be doing. Working through your this is Q3, so we're working through Q3. What you need to do, what you should do, and your wanna do's. And you look at your time. Now, the way she works is I don't have I can't do it the same way.
Okay.
Like she calculates her force schedule for the month. We can do that, but trying to break out how many time blocks it is, I don't find it useful at this level of planning. So I just, mark, go through, mark the day out. I'm taking one day off. We know I will end up taking at least 4 other days off this month.
Mm-hmm. Probably all on Wednesdays. Or
probably all on Wednesdays. Like Wednesdays are my escape days. Mm-hmm. Then you brainstorm your goals. I like how she sets them up because it's good, better, best. But so I laid out the brainstorm of what the goals I wanted to be. So let's look at my goals. Let's get real. My first goal is I want to make either $8,000, $10,000, or $12,000 in a month. Is that viable? Well, going to the moon wasn't exactly viable in 1960, so we'll see. That breaks down into, however, other projects like Keen, 6, 7, 8, Zodiac. I want to see some rise to like 5, 7, and 1,000. Same thing for Life Reader, Private Clients, Fortunica, and Click for Advisors. Like that's basically where most of our income comes, and that's where I want to hit at. And you break out the why, which I find highly useful. And then I broke out, like, what do I got to do to get there? Build the social media content, get the marketing sales together, work on, the work and taking calls. I'm estimating it's going to be 80 blocks a week. Time blocks, because they're half-hour blocks at minimum of 40 blocks. There we go. So that goal 2, I want to get 3 chapters in the book Jezebel wrote. I want to get 5 of the Oracle cards done. And I break out which ones of those I'm wanting to work on this time. So all of that will get moved over into my doing section of the compound board. And then breaking out, like making some notes on like what goes on in those chapters, that type of thing. Goal 3 is my personal goal, and it kind of ties into my HB90, but it's standing on itself. Losing 15 pounds this quarter. I would like to stick to plan 80% of the time. Do a minimum of 3 workouts a week. Go for hiking. Get my tanning game back on. Work on some spiritual stuff. All this is feeding back into the well of the other 2 goals. Because if I'm feeling good, I'm going to work more. If I'm feeling good, I'm going to take time to write more.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. All right. So, and I did not go through, because it isn't like I can really break that down into projects and, because it's an ongoing thing. Does it make sense?
I can follow that one.
Yeah. So we just left those pages blank, which is fine. And then milestones, like, recording where we're at in June, in July, August, and September. So that'll stay in the front of my planner for the next 3 months, and then we'll redo it. The next thing is the 6 Month for Life system that she's developing. And I've fell in love with it, and went, let's tweak it a little. Let's Aesonize it. And, it's breaking out, what you want to build around your life, what sections of your life you need to do. I'm not going to cover a lot of this because this is a lot of interpersonal work that takes a lot of stress. But it's answering questions like, who are the people or situations in your life that support you the most and make you feel worthy? What are people and situations in your life that make you feel bad about yourself? What actions can you take to support yourself in your growth during the next 6 months? If you could accomplish anything and there was no limits, what would you want to bring into your life? So that's why I'm not sharing that. The workbook is up in Patreon and it's free on her site. Just type in 6 Months for Life. You can get it yourself and do it.
Awesome. Right. And you can add the Aeson edits.
Yeah. You can add the Aeson edits because I like lined paper. I don't like bullet journals. She has a lot more color to her planner. I like to add color by decoration. What I don't like to do is balance it out. All right. So that moves into the next section, which is the actual planner. Well, as the 6 month right, we're doing this. So bingo board, 30 blocks, and I get a reward. So 30 days of me following plan, I get a reward. Doesn't have to be consecutive. Like if I'm fuck up on day 3, I just don't get a sticker. I don't put a sticker on day 3. The third day that I'm on, that I do the plan, I put the sticker there.
Wait, I'm a little confused. So if okay, got you now. Took me a second. I was like, wait, you do what?
Right.
But no, I get it. It's literally a day count. So your
Right.
30-day bingo card could take you 45 days to complete.
Right. But
Like,
when
not saying
right.
it has to be that bad or whatever, but
right.
like it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could take you the rest of the year.
Right.
Or you could fill it up literally on day 31.
Exactly. On day 30 of June, I could fill it up and get my rewards.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's for 6 months for life. There's rewards for that. Every goal I've attached a reward to. Like if I get $6,000 for the month of July, I'm going to get a very big reward.
Yeah, Brenda's like, makes sense. Some days life gets in the way. Consecutively isn't always possible. Yeah, that's what I was having a moment with, because the way you said it, and then I had to process what you actually meant.
Right.
Because I was like, wait, what?
Right. All right, so action chains. I've already built this. I've left this in the planner in case I have to go and change my chain. And we'll get to that when we get to my daily pages. And then we have, it's a 10-step action system, daily routines. I designed and we built these last month. I just need to fill them in. Somebody ran out of time to do some setup. All right, and then notes pages, because we need to track and see what works, what doesn't, what changes we need to make to the system to make it work for me. Then we actually move into planning, and this is the new stuff. We redone a lot of things, we added a lot of things, we changed a lot of things. First up is the overall calendar. This is the big, wide overview. Right now, there's only one thing that I have on the big outside overview.
We might want to center that up so we can see everything. There we go.
Let me pull out my book. So it's just the big, it's July. It's the big calendar. And what I was doing was putting everything into this calendar. And what occurs when you do that is it's overload city.
It can be, most definitely.
Yeah. Did I not keep any celebrate stickers? Guys, it's a heavy month. It really is. So we have Techie Joe's birthday on the 2nd. Bless you. He's allergic to his birthday.
I am. As I think everyone should be. To my birthday. Yes.
Yeah. You have Mama Knight's birthday on the 6th. And
It is the birthday month.
yeah. Now we have a debate about this. When is Beverly's? Is it the 5th, the 6th, or the 7th?
Your mom and my sister were born on the same day of different years.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're not going to mention the year for either one of them.
Of course not.
I mean, I will point out they are both celebrating an anniversary of their 29th birthday. And that is the last thing I will say on that subject.
Well, it gets even more interesting in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Is Connie's is at the end of the month. Which asked Invisible what date that is.
Oh, actually, I think I can answer that question on my own.
Ooh.
I'll look and see.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, July 29th.
Okay. And I know she's coming in for a weekend.
She is.
Yes. And we plan to make a cook, make a prep in the kitchen. So that'll be fun. All right. I find it interesting that the 3 pillars of our life are all in July.
Mm-hmm.
Just interesting. These are things we watch for. All right. So with that, we're going to do Psychic Saturday this month on the 21st.
On the 20th?
First. Oh, crap. Never mind. The 20th. Actually, let's just go ahead and do both days.
We're going to do it. We're going to do a Psychic Saturday on Saturday and a Psychic Saturday on Sunday?
Well, Psychic Sunday on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we're opening up some Psychic Saturday overflow hours.
Right.
Okay. That's very cool.
Yep.
That definitely means I need to pull up the acuity and fix some things.
Yeah.
All right. So what time are we running on that Sunday?
It'll be probably the 2 to 7. And we'll go
Okay,
ahead and
so-
open up the night shift on that too.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do 2 to 7 instead of 2 to 6,
Right.
and then 10 to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna do Psychic That Plans at 8 p.m. on that Sunday.
No, we're going to go ahead and do Psychic That Plans at 5.
Okay. So 2 to 7 on Saturday, and then 10 to midnight on Saturday,
Right.
and
Well,
then
no,
Sunday.
but still, 10 to 2:30 Sunday.
Oh, so okay, got you now. You said 2:30?
Yeah.
Or 2. Okay, 2:30.
2:30, because I'm out of there by 2:30.
Okay. And then are we doing any afternoon times?
From
Sunday.
Yeah, we're doing the 2 to 7 with Psyche That Plans in the middle of that.
Okay.
And then the 10 to midnight.
Okay. Cool.
Great. All right. So the next part is breaking down the monthly product stuff. And what I mean by that is like, so we have our big overview that will get stickered because I've made some mistakes, but that's okay. And then we're, instead of laying everything out on here, there's going to be the keen stuff because there's monthly sales, there's promotions, there's tasks we need to get done. And then right here's a plot for me to put this posted notes to go up on the compound board once I fill that out.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So there's keen, private. Yes, there's going to be other sales this month. There's going to be other things going on this month for the privates. Clients, be not on my newsletter. You're missing the hell out. Zodiac, same thing. Life Reader, same thing. PCSP Network, same thing. Dark Heart, the Sims that I'm working and running and DJing. There's a lot of things we need to get done there. And then this one is for the house. So if someone wanted to, they could literally go and build full planners on any of these subjects. I'm not doing that. I don't need 9 planners running around. I do good to keep up with the 2 I have, well, 3 I have. All right. So this is where we get into the fun task of this week, and this is what I want to work on. I made some changes to these pages.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually the full scope of my awakeness now.
Yay!
1 p.m. Yeah, from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. 8. There's a blank block up here. This blank block is for if I have to do something before freaking 1 p.m. It can get filled in there. Okay. Of course, you guys have seen me break down my task blocks and what I've got to get done. And then these are the new daily pages. Let's come on down. Let's take a look, guys.
There we go. The new daily pages.
Right. There's a lot of what are you doing, Aeson? Stuff here. First up, last month we had the manifestation page here. from the 6 month for life. I redone it to make it work for me, because what I lost there, however, was my ability to write notes. Called customer service, refunded client, whatever. I needed a note section. So I needed that planner to merge into my planning system. Instead of it being its own thing, it needed to come over and meet in the middle. Let's take out my daily bookmark and let's take a look here. All right, so we've got the daily affirmation. It's whatever affirmation. It can be the same affirmation you want. It can be the affirmation in general. Then I've got my 3 gratitudes and the energies I want to involve or call in that day. Money, prosperity, love, whatever. That's there. Then we have my 6 month for life list. The changes we have made here is these are all worth 1 point. So instead of, because we had some that were worth more, and I'm like, no, let's just make this simple and break it down. So, breakfast is 1 point, lunch is 1 point, dinner is 1 point, snack is 1 point, movement is 1 point, dishes is 1 point, trash is 1 point, litter box, daily room is 1 point, laundry, the daily sheet, which is this sheet over here, is 1 point, scripting we'll get to is 1 point, working on relationships is 1 point, communication is 1 point, and a spiritual training I'm doing is 1 point. So that's 15 points. That's possible. But I only have to score 10 points to get my square.
Okay. So 10 out of 15.
Right. Well, I don't know. What is 80% of 15?
Not 10.
Okay.
Should be closer to 13 and some change, I think. But let me double check that.
Okay.
15 times 0.8. Oh, no, I was wrong. It's 12.
Okay. Let me pop back over here. And let's write that in. So and this is where I Aesonized it, because her action steps only go to 10. I need more than 10. I'm at 15, which is 1.5 scoring points that she does. So, again, and we took out the bonus points because that just got confused. Because when we originally sat down and planned it out, it wasn't as streamlined as it is here.
I'm just curious, did you find yourself doing the thing that I was afraid of, which is you kept going for high value tasks and knocking them out first? Or you know what I mean? Like sitting there and gamifying it and being like, well, this is 2 points, or I can do 2 things. So I'll do this one thing, get the 2 points, and...
Right. Well, not only that, but I've done that, but the other part of it is that things that were things were not weighted equally. And it's like, fix that. Actually what I did was I've rebuffed all of it, which is what we fight with in general, is the rebuffing. Like if it don't work, where it wasn't part of my system, it was this whole secondary system sitting here. It was just like, no, I'm not doing it.
Okay. So it needed to be integrated, and even but before it was integrated, it actually had to be evenly weighted. Otherwise, you just kept taking out high value targets.
Right.
I was kind of afraid of that, because that's the weirdo part with gamification. Is when you start assigning points to things,
right? And
students do it too. Like we're actually taught as college students to do this,
right?
Is if you have to make sacrifices, or you're gonna just C's get degrees,
right?
What's my high value targets? What is the least amount I can do to get the most reward? So if like 10% of your grade is quizzes and, you know, something stupid, then you go, you know, a 90 is pretty damn good. Why waste the 10%? I can go do other things, because that's going to be like 10 minutes a week doing all these quizzes. Screw that. I can get back 10 minutes of my week, because it's not 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes plus the time to log in, plus the time to, and on and on and on. So it's really more like a half hour per week that I'm losing to this 10% item. Screw the quizzes. Don't care. Not worth it. 5% of my grade is, you know, doing this other thing. Screw that. Not worth it. 85's better than, you know, it's not worth it. And I've watched people do that. And it's what it teaches you is that, like, if 50% is your final, you put all your effort in that final, you're getting all 50%. All 50%.
So we've leveled the playing field, and it gets us closer to the goals that we have to get there with the rewards built in. And it's easier because it's already here. I don't have to write it every day. I don't have to try to mingle it. I don't have to try to fingle it. The tasks are set out. Because the whole goal of my planner is to reduce the repetitive memory use I need in my life. You know, and then we have like the daily tarot card, which I really enjoyed. I've seen this in other planner setups, and I'm like, do you really, you know, I'm already pulling weekly cards for people. Sometimes I do daily cards on TikTok for the collective, unless there's like 500 other people doing it, and it's like, why bother? That type of thing. So I'm adding back in my own personal manifestation there with my own daily tarot card. And then thoughts on meditation, like taking time to meditate. Meditation is a great recharge. Having a place to record ideas or thoughts about it is wonderful. And then this lovely section here, which I like this. I may just leave, you know, if it starts to where I need to have lines, I've got stencils to put lines in, but a note section. And those notes are about the other things that go into my world those days. So that's the metaphysical side. That's the 6 month for life side. Then we have the Aeson Knight life side on a daily page. You notice I did not have the family planner in here. Nowhere am I including the family planner. That's because I have this reminder section that I can put in invisible schedule or your schedule, so that I just have the reminders here. I'm not triple writing them because I don't need to refer back to them. Because we tried that last month with the dashboard planner and putting all the family stuff there. And I kept having to go back to find it because it never made it to my work planner. Because most of the time, guys, when I'm working, my planner just looks like that.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And this is the morning view of like, this is what I need to do before I start my day. So, all right, so let's look here at this. You know, I've got my standard to-do list. Log on, post statuses, check balances, check emails, record deposits, turn off everything, double check that everything's turned off, and then the action steps I got to take for Keen and my secondary networks. Instead of having to rewrite it every day, it's already pre-printed, but there are spaces here for me to add the additional steps of other things that I need to do that isn't covered over here.
Okay. So that's like if you add a project, or if you add a thing, or it's a one day, or you've got a sale that day.
Right. Or a one-off. That all goes in here.
Okay.
Okay. So that frees up all my RAM of having to remember, got to send emails to my clients to let them know that there's a sale on the 3rd. It's here. It's already here. It's going to already be pre-written here. I don't have to go in here and decorate it because I've already decorated it. So if you've been watching me for decorative, you're going to get sadly dismissed. Okay? Because I've got a lot of my already decoration in the planner, built in. We went cosmic totally with, and this was built in Canva. I don't own any of the graphics. It's all Canva graphics. You can go and do them. So my daily pages are already decorated. I have space if I need to decorate over here, or I want to decorate over here. But there's enough decor here to keep me focused, to draw my eye to it. All right, so let's figure out this week. Like, I will set up the project plans, monthly calendars later. Let's work out this week. So let's grab our pens and go. Which, let's talk about this a minute, because this is something that people get so confused. Aeson has so many pens with so many colors. Why does he do that? You know, oh, he must be a pen hoe. No, Aeson color codes everything, and everything has a color.
Although I like pen horror.
I do. I know you do.
But it sounds awesome.
Well, thank you. All right. So I cannot see if I put them over here. Sorry, guys. I went out to the porch today to do some planning, and some of my things came up, either didn't get put back in because, of course, what happens when I go out and come back in after I've taken my break? Oh, it decides it's going to rain.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's start out with putting the shows in. Ew, I kind of like this. And the reason I like this is that I've got wider space. I've increased the space in between my cells, so I can write more in that cell.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. I finally charged the device.
Yay.
Oh, it's been a week, guys.
Okay. So there's that. All right. Orange. Oh goodness, we'll be on air for your stay-at-home day.
Okay. Yes.
So what time are we going to the lake?
We have to arrive at 4, so we need to leave by 3.
Okay. And I'm just going to plan to be gone to midnight. Oh, God. The world will end. Okay. So I'm going to grab this lime green. Let's put it in the parties I'm working. All right. So 3 a.m. we've got mixtape. That is me and you. Sorry, I hate that color. Magically remove it. Magically send the pin flying. So I don't grab it again. You know what? Let's just go a little serious permanent here. Yeah, we just messed that up, guys. Messed that up, and that's okay. All right. Are you still with me?
I'm still here.
Okay, sorry. There was silence. So I didn't know if I lost you or not.
Okay.
You have your appointment at 2 this week, right?
2:15 this week.
Okay.
And then starts back at 2 p.m. next week.
All right. So we have a date to go do. All right, so there's that. So back over here. So we have the factory here. And then oh, my art is bad. Six and 3. All right. So there's the parties I'm working. Oh goodness.
What?
I can't see anything.
What do you mean you can't see?
The screen's blank. It's black.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Cancel. All right. StreamYard straightened its act up.
Okay, cool deal. Glad that happened.
Right. Now, I'm not going to the gym until I'm thinking Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay. Because that'll give me a full extra day before I start putting the muscles to work. Feedback, thoughts?
No, that seems reasonable.
Okay. So, let's get my black. So, Kim, skip a day. Jim, skip a day. Jim. All right. Those are my minimums. Hey, Google, what time's the sunrise?
Tomorrow, sunrise is at 6:06 a.m.
Okay, cool. I'm wondering if I can get a hike in here if the sun rises high, early enough.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Please don't do that on Wednesday. I was going to say.
Thinking about doing that on Friday.
Okay. Well,
Just
technically, that would be Saturday.
Right. Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Taking a hike. That would still leave me 3 other days I can choose to do. Not choose. Let's go ahead and plan it. Yoga. There we go. If it rains and I can't do this hike, then I'm going to take this yoga to do the hike.
Okay. That'll work. That gives you an alternative day you can just swap those. So sweet.
Right. I can just swap those in the plan. All right. So we have the escape. We have the Monday date I'm doing. We've got the shows. We've got the parties. And we've got my exercise. Now it's time to plan now we need to look at dinner. I think we should keep it at 7. What are you thinking?
I'm down for 7 p.m.
Okay.
That's awesome dinner time.
Right.
And it looks like we're wide open for this week for dinner at 7.
Yes.
Or thereabouts on Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday will be fun. It'll be like whatever.
Yeah, it'll be a little more like we'll do whatever we want to.
Mm-hmm. Like the picnic basket's up there. If you're hungry, eat it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my day is supposed to start at 1. So I'm sleeping from 7 to 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So I'm just going to go ahead and plan it all week. That I'm going to bed at 7 and getting up at 1. So that gives me 2 hours to exercise. Like my yoga is 15 minutes. I'm not going to need, but it gives me time to do other things in that blocks of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The hike, easily 2 hours. The gym, easily 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do 2 hours of yoga, guys. So that time will also be spent doing other things to deal and have openings for other things.
Well, but also even with the yoga, there's the pull your stuff out, set it up, do your yoga, put it up.
Right.
Like
shower.
Yeah. 15 minutes, it might be what the yoga takes, but there's other sides.
More other sides. Yeah. Right. All right. So
it's sort of like when your clients book a 15-minute appointment It is
Mhm.
not just 15 minutes on your schedule.
Right. There's buffers both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're waking up at 1 again, we're getting a morning routine that takes an hour, and I'm taking that hour, including on a Wednesday.
Mhm.
I'm taking the hour. All right. Now, I want to not plan a nap, but I want to have white space if I need to take a nap.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So we're not going to block in that 8 o'clock spot like an hour after the events. We're not blocking in. So Monday, I'm going to start the network at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, and run it to 4.
Okay.
We'll start the network on Tuesday and run from 2 to 6.
So 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Right.
Okay.
And then Tuesday evening, we're going to start at midnight.
Okay.
And run that to 2:30. Wednesday, we're off. There's no, like, I'm not working.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Before I plan the rest of this, we need to start counting hours.
All right.
Um,
All right. So far, you're at 7 and 6.5. So you're at 13 and a half.
okay. All right. So starting here at and running to 4 a.m. No,
Okay, that's
yeah, let's run to 4 a.m. on Thursday from 10 to 4 a.m.
so 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Actually, 5, sorry.
Okay. So that's another 7.
Okay. And then on Friday, 10 p.m. to 2:30.
.5,
Which is how much?
you're at 25 hours.
Okay. And then 10 p.m. to 2:30.
On Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
is 29 and a half.
Okay. Repeating the same thing on Sunday.
Uh, 34.
34. Okay. All right. So backing back up Thursday, working from 2 to 7.
That brings you up to 39.
Okay. And then we'll go ahead and do that on Friday too. And that'll leave Saturday and Sunday morning open for me. Because I'm
That
yes,
gets
I
you to
can
40.
44.
Yes.
Awesome. Because I'd like to do a lunch-ish dinner with Mama Night, but I also need to have time to set the planner up on Sunday for the show, but also to get everything in order and see where we're at. And that's what my Sunday morning should be.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one second. I think I know the answer, but and you need 75% of that is 33.
Right. So 33 task blocks. And how many hours?
44 hours, 33 task blocks.
Okay. See the little key? That's why I put the key there, so I can be making note of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's my week, and I'll translate this down through the daily pages and choose the tasks I'm going to work on this week and fill all that in later. You guys want to see what that looks like? I don't know. Do you think we should show them what my week looks like next week before we plan next week? Like after the pin. After the week's gone through, show them how the week looked.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I think that's helpful.
Right. All right. So, all right. So I'm going to pop mine down. We'll pop the techie over, and he can take you to digital world.
All right. So, of course, the schedule we were just working on. So I have that to send out for emails, as well as his hours versus task blocks. So all that's written out there. So that's that. And then we're going to carry forward this format. I apologize, you guys. I did not get new stickers, so I did not get a chance to set up a new one. But this one's been working really well. So honestly, if I'd gotten the time and gotten the stickers and set up a new one, it would look similar, just with different stickers.
Right.
But
your setup's working, and that's the important part. Is you found a setup that works.
I have.
Yeah.
So that's been going pretty well. And then of course we will fill in that Aeson week ahead here in a little bit. And so yes, I have some work to do to put in my daily to-dos. I spent most of my time earlier, there we go, getting my month set up. So I know it looks like a scribble mess, but it actually works for me. So I've got all the immovables, as well as reminder items, so that I get everything out and that I show up everywhere I need to be. And went ahead, and what I really love, I have to say, it's a digital planner. The fun item is I can use that lovely little lasso tool. And oh, cool, it's showing on screen. And just select this and literally copy it, paste it on the week, and move them where they belong. So I only have to write them once, and then I get to fill them out. And fill them out here. And then that gets translated to the days. Yeah,
very cool. Now, are you digging deeper, like with text and stuff? Have you done any? Are you doing any goal setting this month? Like, what's your monthly setup look like, or is it just fill in what you've got?
Right now, it's fill in what I've got and try to run as hard as I can to get everyone's stuff done.
Okay.
It's unfortunately where I've been and where I'm unfortunately continuing to be. I'm hoping July will improve and we can get into a less chaotic run.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's very cool. I like that you're sticking with your continuity because it's working. And that's an important thing to remember is if it's working, leave it alone. Just repeat it. If it's not working, change it. And that's an important factor. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to pull out my third notebook. We'll talk about that. How I'm going to use that as I pull the dailies for the week.
All right. You want me to go ahead and pop you up?
Yeah.
All right. Pop me down, and we will take you back over to here.
Right. All right. So, of course, we have the Stargazer Happy Planner, and I'm not really going to use as a planner. It's more just as a journal. This section is if I just want to make quick note of the day, things I want to remember. Okay. And then these pages back here, which above this paper, and I don't like it in my planner. It's too colorful for my planner. So I'm going to try it in my scripting and just use it as a daily scripting page and just script through for the month. All right.
I do like the paper, though. It is very pretty.
It is very pretty, but it distracts me when I'm trying to take notes in a meeting.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
it doesn't work for the meeting section. I'm hoping it works for scripting, and if it does, then great. That's what we'll stick to. It's just because I've got a whole 2 notebooks of paper that is gold on the back, and it's just like I really should have looked at it better. Happy Planner, you're bad, you're mean for not, because I showed you this page, and I love this page. I love the quote because it has my word of the year in it, which is joy. But they didn't show this page here, which is gold and
tan. Yeah,
right, and like literally, there at least an eighth of the page is gone. So I'm thinking that this will probably get turned into scripting paper because I don't write on the back of the paper. I always write on the front of the paper. Okay. Let me plop that back over there. Let me grab this deck. So I'm going to put this deck on rest after this, and I'm going to get out my green deck for the rest of the year. Well, give it a chance to work. Interesting. Okay, we are going into a new month, so we have to take that into consideration. We have a partnership here, being your lead focus. Okay, that's the 2 of Cups. Then we have the Fool card, which is fresh, new beginnings. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is reaching financial security, but also needing to pay attention to your money. Putting that together, I think this week is going to be a fresh start for commitments, but you may also have some partnerships in money.
very cool.
All right. So there is that. Put that down. If it'll do it, it does. Wonderful. Put this over. I have this decision fatigue. I've got to learn to break this up. We can't be planning a month in a week. Not in a week, but in a weekend.
Okay. Yeah, well, trying to plan a month in a weekend is kind of...
Right. Oof. Yeah. So we'll probably break this up a little bit more come when we start planning August.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be very awesome.
So, all right, darling, take it away.
All right. So, of course, we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda, Joan Owens, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devin. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at PCSPNetwork.com.
Yes. All right, guys, you have a wonderful week. I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. on Metaphysics Today.
Absolutely.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.